Hey there, mamas. Today I wanted to go over what you really need in that hospital bag. I hear ya. It can be super easy to overpack. It can be super easy to not know what to bring if you've never given birth. And hey, I'm right there with you. First time mama, haven't been to the hospital yet. So after doing lots of research, watching other YouTubers, I've created what I think is a pretty perfect list for my birth plan. Wanted to share it with you, see if there's any things that maybe you haven't thought of, and I'll be interested to see post birth date if in fact these are the actual items I end up using. So it'll be interesting to see afterwards, as well as hopefully sharing some items that you may just have not given some thought to, but can just make your labor experience that much better. So we're going to go over what's in my bag for me, for mama, what's in the bag for baby, and then what's in the bag for my husband as well. So your support partner, whoever is going to be joining you, if anybody at the actual hospital. And if you don't want to watch all this, I have everything described below in the description. Quick list, you can copy and paste, print it out, cross it off, do whatever. So we're going to go over for delivery day what's in the hospital bag for mama. Now, you want to be comfortable and you want to make labor as easy as possible. Now, we know it's a journey, it's a marathon, we're prepping for it, but there are definitely ways to make it a little bit easier and really focus on that beautiful birth of your new baby. So I'm going to go over a few things that you may have not thought of. So number one, I'm going to go over is a fan. And I'm definitely on a ball right now, so hopefully I won't bounce too much. But a portable fan. So got this off Amazon actually for the stroller, and then realized, oh my gosh, it might be hot in the hospital. Your hospital may not have fans at all, period. Or if they do, they may not have an extra one. With limited resources right now, especially during the pandemic, they might not have one for your room. And it can get hot. You can go from hot to cold during labor. So I want to make sure I'm covering my bases. I just got this portable fan. That way, if I'm feeling hot, it's okay. I'll be taken care of. Also for mama, I have headphones. Now, this can be great as soon as you even enter the hospital. Why? Think about it. You're in a hospital, everyone is on their own journey. So if you're positive vibes all the way and you come in and there's some people screaming or just they're not on that positive vibe wavelength like you are, that can be super distracting and get you kind of out of your positive mindset for that positive birth, right? We're going for, you know, a positive birth experience for you, for baby. So bring some headphones. I'm also bringing a speaker as well for the delivery room. I have playlists made on Spotify. I have one that's more calming, relaxing. That's what I want playing during the actual transition phase of the actual birth of baby. And then I have like a awesome active labor playlist where if I want, move around, do some dancing, reggaeton, bachata, some upbeat music, some old school hip hop, whatever is your forte, create a list on Spotify. Definitely download it just in case there's no Wi-Fi. So we have options if there's just other people being noisy in other rooms. Got the personal headphones. Also have a personal speaker. So everyone in the hospital room, your support person, doula, midwife, whoever else can also partake in this little dance session as you uh, make it through your marathon, right? So those are some things you might not think of for mama for you. We also have some like Christmas lights, setting the mood. So I plan on dimming the lights in the hospital room. I'm setting some of these up around my hospital bed. These just are run on battery. Also brought some tape to actually hang those up. And then also brought a bunch of clothes and toiletries. So we'll go into that next. So hopefully you're bringing some clothes with you. The hospital should provide you with a gown. However, it might be a little itchy, might be uncomfortable. So I did buy a black, super soft, labor specific gown. And it's labor specific because it has a really low back in case I do want to get an epidural. It just has a bunch of clasps and buttons and things, so it's just easier for the nurses and that team in the hospital to do what they have to do, and I don't have to freaking get naked, even though you're pretty much naked giving birth anyway. Um, so I have like a labor and delivery robe. I also got a robe. I just went to like Ross. I feel like a TJ Maxx, Ross. I just got a black robe that if it doesn't get all bloody and stuff, awesome. I'll reuse it for the bathroom and showers and stuff. But it's a little bit thicker. It is a full robe, so I plan on using that after giving delivery and just the next day or two where I'm just constantly breastfeeding, sleeping, breastfeeding, changing. And I just want something where, I can have full access to breastfeed, but it still has long sleeves and covers me up. So I have that. I brought two nursing bras. So you'll want to bring, if you plan on breastfeeding, there will be a lactation consultant, or there should be at the hospital to check on baby's latch and all of that. So brought these with me as well. Um, this one's more like a sports bra than a full on like legit nursing bra, but you can like pull it down. Um, so I might wear this like even just a bag 'cause it's a little bit softer, where the nursing bra has like the clasps and everything. Some other things I have for mama would be your basics. Think about if you're flying out somewhere for a night, for 2 nights, what do you need? So as of right now, I'm planning on, I'm low risk vaginal birth. So I'm planning on staying at the hospital 1 to 2 days, just depending on how everything works out and from what I've been told. So I am planning on a few different outfits. It's always a good idea to bring one extra one just in case. Also factor in how far away is the hospital. For me, it's 15 minutes. So worst case, my husband can go back home, get something extra if needed. Um, Also check with your hospital. Is your support person allowed to come and go as they please? If it's as soon as you're there, you can't leave, you may want to bring extra stuff. Or if you have a C-section or some other complications or things that you're going to be in the hospital for several days, then you'll want to bring maybe more outfits, right? So I have some like tank tops, a lot of loose clothes, just like big shirts, like think loose, right? You don't want unnecessarily a lot of tight things. I do have some yoga pants as well because after giving birth and after all your organs and everything are trying to transition back into place, I may want some of that kind of support, the like high-waisted yoga pants. I also have a dress too. I'm delivering in the spring, but it is pretty hot here. So again, I have a few options depending on if I want to go home in a dress or pants or whatever. So I have a few different shirts. I'm pretty much planning on while I'm in the hospital rocking that robe. And essentially that's it, just so I can easily breastfeed. I don't have to pull on shirts and take off shirts and stuff like that. Some of the toiletries specific besides, shampoo, conditioner, soap, all that good stuff. I have a little small makeup bag that is kind of like I might decide to put on some makeup, might not for some photos. We'll see. That's definitely like we'll see how I'm feeling. A breastfeeding pillow. So especially if you already have a breastfeeding pillow, I went with my breast friend, and that way, it's like practice for the actual live thing, right? Like a dress rehearsal for the rehearsal, a practice meet for your actual meet. So I want the real deal while I'm in the hospital. While I have the nurses and lactation consultants helping me breastfeed, this is what I'll be using at home to support baby. So I want to figure out, okay, how does that work? It also help with holding him up. Again, you're at the hospital, you're not at a hotel. They may not have extra pillows to give you when you're trying to breastfeed, so you may just have to hold your arm up. Or again, this is just to ease that comfort. No, you don't need this, but I think it'll definitely be just to make the whole process a little smoother, especially with breastfeeding. That's a whole nother discussion to go into, but you never know. Like, he may not latch right away. It may take a while. He could be tongue tied. We may need to figure out different solutions. So again, how is it going to be that much easier for mama, right? That's the key. I also have a matching robe and gown for baby for some photos. It's like a dark forest green. I'm really excited. Again, that's something where I'm hoping I'll be in the mood for photos at some point during our stay. That's more of like a nice to have. You don't need it, but I'm big on photos. His birth date is only going to come one time, the day he's born. So have that ready as well. Some other things I have would be a Parry Bottle. So depending on the hospital, they're going to provide you with a ton of stuff. So most of the things, if you forget something, they're going to have. But again, the point of this video is to describe things that I'm bringing to make the experience just that much better and more comfortable, right? So the Perry bottles they give you is just like a ketchup bottle almost. It's like a squeeze bottle where the Frida Perry bottle, it actually has a hook on it. So again, I don't know if I'm gonna tear. I don't know how much I'm gonna tear. But if I have a bigger tear, I'm gonna need that Perry bottle, that extra curve, so I can hold it upside down and be more comfortable when I'm taking care of and healing postpartum. The hospital one, it just is like a straight shot. So if I have a small tear, that could work. But again, just going with the Frida Perry bottle. I got one for my off my registry for my shower, so I have it. I'm gonna bring it. Some other toiletries I'm bringing would be nipple cream as well for after breastfeeding, and some sitz spray. Again, just to support all that stuff that's going down there to make healing a little bit better. So those are some things I'm bringing. And then I'd say last but not least, you gotta have snacks. So I already have some snacks I'm bringing. With your hospital, you might have access to vending machines. You might have a food court. You might be able to order food in. But again, you don't know if you're going to deliver at 1 in the morning, at 9 a.m., at 4 p.m. You have no idea. You also don't know what is the hospital serving for food. So I've been trying to have a pretty healthy pregnancy. I don't want to go into labor exhausted, starving, and they're like, hey, here's some Cheetos and some cold cuts on some like stale bread. And you're like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna eat this because I'm starving, but this is not the best tasting or most nutritious. So I'm a big foodie, so I have to bring some snacks that I'll either eat during labor, depending on how that goes, or after labor. I'm also gonna stop at the store and get some hydration drinks. I did also have some um, hydration IV like packets to put in water. And then I'm also planning on bringing a water bottle with a straw in it too. Again, the hospital might give me a water bottle with a straw, but if they don't, I'm prepared. So some of this stuff, it's like, I need a water bottle. I don't want to just have a cup of ice. So if they give me one, great, I'll use it. If they don't, that's okay, your girl is prepared. So if you've ever been camping before, it's kind of the same principle. Like, come with what you definitely need. Maybe a few little luxury items like the um, matching gown and stuff like that. But what do you really need? And that way, if you can't find it, you don't have it, you're set. You're good. And then a going home outfit, something clean so you can walk out of the hospital with. And last but not least, something you may not think about would be I just got a pair of slides. And so your feet may be more swollen during labor, and you want something you can easily put on. So slides are a great thing that you can use also in the shower. Again, you're at a hospital, you're not at a hotel. So cleanliness is very important. You don't want to be walking barefoot all around the hospital. So I have slides that I can easily slide my feet into. They're also waterproof, so if I want to take a shower, I can just jump in the shower as well. And then just be easy just to wear them and not worry about buckles or having a shoe that's too tight. So these have some give to them. So that's kind of what I'm planning on for Mama. Oh, and a tripod, a little mini tripod for photos. So even if we are planning on taking professional photos right after labor or during labor, but on day 2 or something, it's just my husband, baby, and I, and we want to take a cute photo or something like that, and there's not a nurse available, we have a tripod for our camera. So that's essentially what is going to be brought for Mama. Up next is that sweet little baby. Oh my gosh. All right, so for baby, nearly everything you could think of, hospital's gonna have. At least they should. You can always double check, but they're probably gonna have diapers for baby, swaddles, the infant hat. Um, they're gonna have even like a onesie or clothes or something. They're gonna have pretty much everything you may need for baby. So again, this is the essentials for my birth plan and what, again, just want to make it a little bit easier. So what I have for baby, we have nail clippers. I don't know, baby could be born with long fingernails, depending on, is baby born early to term, past term. So if he has like super long fingernails, I don't want him scratching himself. And a lot of times you don't want to put mittens on them when they're that young because you want them to have that sense of touch. So I'm bringing nail clippers, like easy ones that we got off our registry. I think they were like Frida brand as well. So bringing those. Also something you may not think about. Again, I said hospital's going to have those receiving blankets to swaddle your baby. They'll show you how to swaddle the baby. I'm not a good swaddler as of right now. Kind of like hit or miss from the few times I've been practicing. So they make so many outfits for baby now that, again, the point is easiness, right? So they actually make Velcro onesies. And so instead of trying to wrap and tuck and all this stuff and then having baby's arm poke out and then wake him or herself up, this actually just has a Velcro. So it's almost like a little sleeping bag. Baby goes into the little feet and you just wrap him up or her up. And that way he's swaddled. I don't have to worry about his arm popping out in the middle of the night, which can be common, and then waking himself up. So I'm bringing one of his swaddles, and then I'm also bringing one sleeping gown. This does has the fold over, so if I'm able to, or during the day or something, and I'm holding him, I can cover his hands. But at night, I'll keep him free in the little swaddle. But this way too, again, we're talking easy things to do, right? So think about it. How many times are you going to change a baby? A lot. A lot. So this way, got to change the baby, you have full access to the diaper without worrying about snaps or zippers or anything like that. If you do plan on putting a onesie on your baby in the hospital, don't do a full snap gown thing. Do zippers or just like the 3 snaps. Again, you don't want to be at 2 in the morning trying to match 20 different snaps on a onesie. So think zippers or like a gown, something like that. Again, all those other things, they work. It's just, I'm all about how can I make this just a little bit easier, right? And then here's that matching gown and onesie I was talking about. So I would love a photo of him. We'll tie this up. And again, this is for photo, so again, it's not, essential, but why not capture the moment, right? In his little infant hat. And then with that, we also have these signs that say, I was born on, I weigh, I measure. We'll put his name on there. So make sure you also bring a marker. This one just says like just born. So some photo ideas. I also like made a few things that say like welcome baby. This is more like if we have the time and energy. If not, this will just be easy and quick just to be write out his name and things like that. I've had a lot of heartburn this pregnancy, so I'm hoping for a full head of curly hair. So did have a little brush just in case. Not very confident that I'll need this at all, but I had it. It's small, so I'm gonna squeeze it in as well. And oh yeah, Frida was the nail clippers, and it has a curved blade and safety spy hole, so it's just a little bit easier to use. So that's what I'm bringing. Also for baby, coming home outfit. Key thing with this is, think about it. Your baby is going to be in a car seat with a buckle. So their legs need to go around the buckle. So you don't want to bring a dress or a gown or something and then have the seat belts rub on them. So you want something with like pants. So I have this really cute, just got it off Amazon, coming home outfit. Guys, look how cute this is. New to the crew, kind of like b-boy style, break dancing little outfit. So something, you know, that has pants that you can tuck them in. And then I already mentioned the speaker for Mama Sanity during labor, but we're also planning on using that same speaker to have some white noise while he's sleeping, especially as the nurse comes in and at random hours and checks on him. I am bringing, I'm not sure if I'll just use a playlist for like a shushing white noise sound or not, but I do have this portable shusher white noise machine, but it's only like 30 to 45 minutes. So I might use this and put it in his little, I don't know what you call it, incubator bassinet in the hospital for his naps. And then over like during the night, I might switch to the actual speaker. I have a playlist going, haven't really decided. But again, have it, it's small, I'll pack it and see if he needs it. So those are kind of like the big things for baby. And last but not least, if you are hand expressing your colostrum, I'm planning on doing that closer to his due date. And if I do get any colostrum out, I'm going to bring that to the hospital with me just in case, he's not taking milk or I'm not producing. Instead of giving him formula, I'll give him the colostrum. So again, hospital should have formula because baby needs to be fed even if you can't breastfeed. But colostrum is that, liquid gold full of nutrients. So plan on bringing that if I can produce some. So that's a definite maybe. And then last but not least, for your partner. So my husband is coming. He'll be there for baby's birth date. And he's just planning on bringing think of like an overnight bag type of thing for, 2 nights of clothes. So besides basics, toiletries, toothbrush, face wash, pajamas, whatever, he's also going to be bringing like some sweatshirts, long sleeves, because hospital room might be freezing. You want to be comfortable, or it might be hot. So he's going to have kind of a spectrum of clothes depending on the temperature. The hospital should provide him with like a blanket and a pillow. Some people choose to bring comfier pillows and blankets, but we were kind of thinking that's way too much to carry. And then now you have, like, you brought it into the hospital with you. But it's up to you if you want to bring extra pillows or blankets. And then we are thinking, again, kind of like camper's mindset. We do have some like mattress pad type things that are super tiny to roll up when you go camping. And so we're thinking of actually maybe bringing one for him for that. That way he can put that on the super comfortable fold out futon thing that he'll be on, just to add a little bit of extra comfort. But we're just debating. We might just throw it in the truck, and then if we use it, great. If we don't, we don't. But again, that's more of a, we'll see if we need it. I want to end with, no matter what happens, if you're in the hospital for 5 days, for 2 days, whatever, just plan enough and cater this list to what's going to work for you and your birth plan. And no matter the plan, your birth is beautiful, right? You had a miracle. You delivered a baby, a person into this world. How exciting is that? So take a moment, deep breath, as stressful as it is to not know what to do and get a ton of opinions and advice from all these people. And a lot of it's negative. Like I'm here to say, let's support each other with more positive birth stories. Every birth is beautiful because you're bringing a baby into the world. And again, take what you need from this list. Hopefully, found some things helpful, or maybe even things that you're like, oh, yeah, fan would be a good idea. Again, not everything on this list is a necessity in the sense of, oh my gosh, I can't birth the baby without it. But goal is how can we make labor that much more enjoyable? So, hope you enjoy. Look at all the description below and reach out with any questions in the comments. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your day.